So, on the hunt for that perfect team building activity, the one that doesn't have everyone sending you those "Can I be sick that day?" texts.
Yeah, got to be engaging, got to be unique.
Right. Well, how about this? How about a virtual escape room? But not just any virtual escape room.
No, this one's different. We're
Right.
talking part game, part immersive theater, and it gets even better.
Oh, lay it on me.
Personalized just for your team.
Okay, stop. I need details. What is this sorcery and what's it called?
It's called Escape Show, and it's definitely caught our eye. Intriguing concept they've got going on.
All right, so spill the tea. What have we got?
So it's an escape room, but virtual. So they use pre-recorded elements too, like websites, clues, even fake social media accounts. But it's all woven in with the live actors. They react to your team's progress. They might even throw in some inside jokes.
Wait, hold up. Inside jokes. How?
That's where the personalized part really kicks in. They call it a confidential investigation. They gather information about your team beforehand, inside jokes, shared experiences, and they work it into the game.
Now that is clever. I love that. So it's not just a generic escape room experience, it's actually tailored to your team.
Exactly.
Hmm?
They really emphasize that personalization aspect, which is a really cool way to boost engagement. So they actually lay out their approach kind of step by step, and they break it down into these three categories: your game, your team, and your link.
Your game, your team, your link. Okay, I'm intrigued, but what does it all mean?
Well, it seems like they handle a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Mm,
But you're right, let's unpack those steps a bit.
yeah, let's. So, first up, your game. Is that where we talk about the actual content of the escape room?
Exactly. That's where they really dive into creating that immersive world. They mention secret websites, online puzzles, even running into fake social media accounts.
Wow, they're really going all out. I love that they're blurring those lines between the virtual world and real life. It's like, how do they even come up with this stuff?
Right. It kind of reminds me of those alternate reality games, where the game spills out into your actual life.
Oh, yeah. Like you're never quite sure what's real and what's part of the game.
Exactly. But then they add that live theatrical element with the actors, which is so cool. And that makes me wonder how much of it is improvised. Can they really tailor their performance to each team?
Good question. And I guess that's where your team comes in, right?
Right. That's where they gather information about your group names, interests, maybe a funny story or two.
Oh, so that's how they get those inside jokes. It's all starting to make sense now.
Exactly. And they even say, and I quote, "Get ready for some surprises during the game, but keep it a secret from the rest of your team."
Ooh, sneaky. I love a good surprise. You fill out the info, everyone's in the loop. What's next? Your link. Is that when the game actually begins?
That's what it seems like.
Hmm.
It sounds pretty straightforward. You get a Zoom link, everyone logs on, and boom, you're in this virtual world. Actors are there to guide you through this whole experience they've created.
Okay, but even with all that amazing personalization, you still need a compelling story, right? And the puzzles can't be too easy.
You're speaking my language.
Escape rooms live and die by their puzzles. Have you ever done one where the puzzles were just like way too easy?
The worst.
It's like, come on, challenge me. So, are escape shows puzzles actually any good?
Well, they seem pretty confident about the quality of their puzzles and their storylines, but,
Yeah,
marketing is marketing.
true, true.
That's where a little digging on your part could be helpful. Have other companies used Escape Show? What were their experiences like? Reviews, testimonials, those are your friends.
That's such a good point. Reviews are everything these days.
They do have a pretty impressive client list.
Yeah.
We're talking like 3M, Coca-Cola, Apple, big names,
Yeah.
big teams.
Okay.
So it seems like they've at least tackled that challenge of scale,
Yeah.
to some extent anyway.
Okay, yeah, that does give them some credibility for sure. But big names, they don't always guarantee a great experience.
True.
I've been burned before, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It has some reviews, and I will say, they're not just generic praises, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
They highlight specific benefits, like high engagement levels, which, come on, that's crucial for team building, right?
Absolutely.
And they talk about it being a memorable experience, which is what we want.
Yeah, and you don't want just like a fun afternoon, right?
Right.
Like it needs to actually help the team long term.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's interesting, they kind of touch on this, the puzzles and the challenges. They're designed to get people collaborating,
Mm.
communicating, like real problem solving.
So it's more than just like finding a clue or cracking a code.
Exactly.
It's the process, how they work together as a team.
Yeah, think about it like a real escape room.
Yeah.
You've got, what, limited time, limited resources, and this challenge needs everyone's perspective.
Right.
You have to communicate or you fail.
Yeah.
You have to delegate, You have to use everyone's strengths. Those are all things you need in a workplace, too.
It's like a little tiny condensed version of a real project with all the same, like, challenges and wins.
Exactly, exactly. And it's F-yen.
Yeah.
People are more open when they're enjoying themselves. They learn better. They apply things better.
Right. They don't feel like pressure.
No pressure. Exactly.
But they're still learning.
Okay.
It's about making it a good memory that also makes them a better team.
Okay, so they can handle, what was it, like 600 people in one game?
Yeah, something like that.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot.
How do you even start to personalize something like that for 600 people?
That's the million-dollar question, right? They mention the technology, how it scales. But, I'm curious about that personal touch. With that many people, it could easily just be generic.
Yeah, exactly. That's my biggest issue with those, like, mass team building things.
Right.
It all feels forced,
Right.
not genuine.
Yeah, absolutely. But, okay, play devil advocate here for a second.
What if they figured it out? What if they cracked the code? Scalability, but keep that personalization.
Okay, yeah.
That could be huge, especially for companies with, like, teams all over working remotely.
Okay, I see what you mean. That would be a game changer for sure.
At the end of the day, the goal is to find an activity that vibes with your team, their interests, and their dynamic.
Couldn't agree more. And that's what we hope you take away from this deep dive, a better understanding of Escape Show, its strengths, potential weaknesses, and whether it aligns with what you're looking for.
Exactly. Now, it's your turn to do a little more research and see if Escape Show is a perfect fit for your next team-building adventure.
And it begs the question, in this increasingly virtual world we live in, could this be the future of team building?
Yeah.
Personalized, immersive, interactive entertainment tailored just for you. It's pretty amazing to think about.
It really is. All right, everyone, that's it for this deep dive. Until next time.
Catch you later.